Recording in progress.
Hello, sir. Can you see and hear me clearly?
Yes, sir, I can.
You state your name and DOC number for the record, please.
Yes, sir. My name is Timmy Martin, 178517.
All right, Mr. Marr, my name's Mr. Helbig. On the screen are my colleagues, Miss Fields and Mr. Dayglow. This is clearly not your first time in front of us because I don't know that you set the record for the most paroles, but you're pretty close. Okay.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Man, I don't know how many chances one should get before they realize how to be right and continue to earn chances, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That being said, you know how this works. The only thing different today is the fact that there's three people on the screen instead of two. The law changed in July. It requires three of us instead of two of us. And that's why you're seeing three. And that's the only reason is that the law changed. I'm going to go over your resident record card and then we'll get into the hearing. You know how this is going to go. A parole denial. You're coming off of a 12-month deferral from 2/6 of 24, where you were asked to do SAP. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. And you're in the substance abuse program now. All right. Let's get this thing. Just so you know, you have your GED, right?
Yes, sir.
So you should have no issues with comprehending the conversation. If for some reason you do, and you don't completely and thoroughly understand something myself or my colleagues say, stop us, bring that to our attentions. We'll rephrase it, make sure you understand, you get a fair hearing. Also, we have 3 computer screens. We got notes. We got all kinds of things about you. We're not going to sit here and stare at this camera. We're going to be looking at our screens, doing different things, figuring out first of all, if you're being truthful with us. Second of all, what questions we want to ask or do follow up, things like that. Don't think we're not paying complete and total attention to you. We're just not looking at you while we do it, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, excellent. I got Timmy W. Martin, 43 years old, lodged Little Sandy Correctional Complex. You had a parole eligibility of 3 of 25. You're in medium custody. You're serving a 31-year sentence for manufacturing meth first, possession control first meth, drug, or possession controlled substance first degree, first offense, drug unspecified, burglary second, theft by unlawful taking all others, possession of control first offense, methamphetamine, forgery second, theft by unlawful taking over 5, another theft by unlawful taking over 5, possession control first second offense or greater methamphetamine, and possession control first offense, methamphetamine. You have served 16 years, 11 months, 23 days. You have 1 year, 11 months, 0 days remaining. You have 240 restorable good days lost, and you have no detainers. As I said before, you have been on parole 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. You have escaped once for 3 days, and you were inadvertently released on an administrative release for 43 days back in 2023. Does all of that sound correct?
That is correct, sir.
Mr. Martin, do you just like our food or something?
I don't. I hate it. I do not like it, sir. I'd rather be home.
Well, apparently
I've grew old in here.
Apparently you wouldn't rather be home.
I know.
Because we've tried to put you at home 6 times. And 6 times you've said, I don't like it out here, take me back.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to be a smart ass, Mr. Martin. I'm really not, but
I understand. You're not. You're being truthful, and I accept that. And I've grown old in here, and I can tell you what. I'm trying to jump the gun, but I'm in SAP, and I've learned a lot of things, and I think I've always had a little bit of reservation when I went out there and made some bad choices, and I don't really have no excuse for you. I can't blame it on anybody else but myself,
Okay.
and I'm working on myself. I've been working on my relapse, reentry, my warning signs, my triggers, a lot of things. Like, I think now is different for me is I don't have any reservations, so I had to dig deep within myself in this program and work on myself. And I did the Aspire program, and I'm wanting to go do this Aspire program in Louisville in a halfway house to try to help myself with the life coach and everything. And I know I've had these chances and I've been out 5 or 6 times, but I'm not going to give up on myself. I really don't want to do any more time. I'm not going to give up on myself. So I'm going to try to build a foundation. If I do fall, I have a safe place to fall, and I'm just.
Right. Well, here's the thing. None of us want to give up on you either.
Yes,
Because
sir.
if I want to get up, if we wanted to give up on you, we're really not required to sit here and spend a whole lot of time talking to you. We're required to meet with you. We verify who you are, and then we can just say, hey, we're going to go make a decision. But we're not doing that. We want you to be successful too. That's why you've been given 6 chances. If we didn't think you could be successful, we wouldn't have given you those 6 chances, right?
Yes, sir.
We just keep deferring you and keeping you here.
Right. Yeah.
Right. We
Yes,
want you to be successful. All right. But I do want to ask, and I don't usually ask this, but you've got a year and 11 months. You just entered SAP in November, right?
Yes, sir.
So you've got 4 months left in SAP.
Yeah.
Right. So you're going to do 4 months. That's going to get you to a year and 7 months. You're going to get 3 months credit for that program. That's going to get you to a year and 4 months. You will then be 7 months away from MRS. That's not right. 4 months minus 3, that's 7 off of that. So that gets you to, a year and 4 months. And you'll have basically 7 months till you get to MRS. Do you want parole? Do you want another shot at parole?
I do.
Okay.
I still want to go to this halfway house and this Aspire program. It's really what I want to do. And I've done the program here not too like a couple of weeks ago. And I found a lot of good, and I got some family that wanted me to come, but I know it wouldn't be healthy for me to go there. So I'm gonna have to love my family from a distance and I told them, they wrote me a letter. It's like, I'm like, and I told them, I'm like, I can't, I got to do something different. I got to try.
Going home is a bad plan. That's not a good plan.
It is. So it's going to keep me sick in my recovery.
Okay. What was your problems over at EKCC? Why were you refusing the yard? You been extorted or what? What was
yes,
the deal?
Sir. I was had some extortion problems with some gangs up there, and my mom died since I wasn't going to bring this up, and she left me a little bit of money, and my cousin sent me some money. They was wanting to see me because I'm not affiliated with anybody, so these guys pushing up on me, wanting me to pay them. So I just kept refusing the yard. When I went in, I refused the yard like 4 times. They kept asking me to go back out. That's why I got those write up after write up, because I was in there for 3 or 4 months in the hole.
Right. And I don't hold that against you if that's the reason you did it.
Yes, sir. I'm not lying to you.
I don't like you getting write ups. I don't condone getting disciplinary issues. But if you're doing that to protect yourself, I'm willing to overlook that.
And it's hard for me to say that because I'm a man. I felt weak. I felt like, but it's just nothing really I could do. But you're that's another reason to stay out of here.
Yeah, you're 165 pounds, Mr. Martin. You're not gonna survive on the yard. Okay. So I'm not gonna get into a lot of your crimes here. Although you keep committing crimes while you're on paper, and we just had, before we dealt with you, we have had a spirited conversation between the 3 of us about a different case, and you can't keep breaking the law while you're on paper.
Right. Yeah, I'm never going to
one thing, and I don't condone any violations while you're on supervision, but I definitely don't condone you catching new charges. Those are brand new acts of crime to you. That's not a technical violation.
Right.
Okay, that becomes a problem, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So your problem is meth, right?
Yes, sir.
Why were you actively released? What happened?
I was in. It's a weird story, but I was in Bowling Green jail, and I went to Owensboro jail because I had a case up there that they dropped, and they gave me a misdemeanor charge, and they sent me back to Bowling Green. Well, I had a sty, and they put me in the hole for 2 days, and they come back there and said, "Pack it up. You're." I was like, "What cell am I going to?" And they're like, "No, you're being released." And evidently there was nothing in the computer, so I went to my aunt's house, and I was there in Owensboro, Whitesville, Kentucky for like 30 days. And I came back to Bowling Green because I was supposed to go to court, and I relapsed. And the police found me out of my mind somewhere in this neighborhood. Being honest with you, that's what happened. Because I was doing meth.
Okay.
And I didn't really have, like I say,
You know, sometimes us keeping you in is saving your life.
Yeah, I felt like I feel now that that you guys have saved my life, and I feel like my health is getting back. I've got my health back, and I've got my mind back, because it's like I said, I'm getting older in here, and I grew up and grew old in here, and it's sad,
So, all right. So here's a concern that I have. You've been in for a long time, and it's almost like you only think that there's two programs out there. That's SAP and MRT. We got lots of other programs that help you make better decisions in general, right?
I'm signed up for a bunch of programs. It's just real slow right now at the time. I guess I don't really know what the technical things going on, but I know there's a lot of stuff on the streets too. It's the same as in here. So I was thinking the other day, I can get good time and do programs on the street the same as I could in here. So why don't I do it out there? You know what? But I get on drugs.
Yeah. Why don't you do it out there?
It's the same thing. You get 7 days for work credit. You get you can do programs in the parole office. You get 90 days for that, I know, and you get parole supervision credit. You get all that.
Mm-hmm.
You get work credit for working.
Is that correct? You get 90 days on a program on the outside?
I think that's what I heard. I mean,
hold on, Mr. Martin.
Okay.
Mr. Dayglow, is that something that sounds right to you?
That I don't know.
I've not heard you getting good time credit on the outside on parole, but hey, I'll check into it.
Okay.
I've not heard that, but I'll verify it. Hey, that'd be great if you do.
Yeah.
However that works, because that would actually alter some decisions that we make. But I've never heard of that. But that's okay, Mr. Martin. The fact of the matter is there's programs on the outside that when you're on the outside, keep taking the programs that keep you out of trouble.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you got 4 months left in SAP, right?
Yeah. About May, something early May.
Probably May 4th, May 5th, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yes, sir.
Okay. You can take a second program while you're in SAP, right?
Yeah, like I said, I'm signed up. When I signed up for SAP, I signed up for all programs through Miss McGraw, and I've just been waiting. I guess there's a waiting list, so I've been waiting on that.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're not the only inmate we have. Okay, where are you going to go? You're going to go to the Aspire program. After that, What are you going to do?
I'm going to stay there. I want to be able to become a part of the Aspire program like Stephen Sherwood did. He was an addict, and he was in and out of jail, and now he comes up here and does the program with us and other prisons. So that's a goal for me that I want to. I'm not trying to bring up God, but I feel like God's promise, but there's a process for me too, and I feel like that maybe that I went through all this process to help somebody else,
Yeah. So, all right. We'll stop that. That may be your case. That's not going to have any bearing on today. I don't.
But they're going to help me get a job.
Yeah. I mean, I'll talk with my colleagues here in a minute. I don't know, a 7th parole. I mean, I don't know how many chances we give you. I don't know. Let me think about that. My colleagues may have some questions, so just listen up to them, Mr. Martin. Let them ask you. Ms. Fields, do you have anything of Mr. Martin?
Nothing of Mr. Martin. Thank you, Mr. Helbig.
Thank you. Mr. Dayglow, do you have anything for Mr. Martin?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. Mr. Martin, I will say no matter what, I don't care if every member of your family lives in, look, you got what, most of these in Warren County, is that right?
Yeah, Warren County is where my family is, and
okay. Don't come back to Warren County.
I'm not.
Don't.
I'm not.
There's no reason to come. Go somewhere else, anywhere else.
Yes, sir.
Because you know what the people down there in Bowling Green know, Mr. Martin? Those cops in Bowling Green, whether it be, I guess, the Warren County Sheriffs, or you said that county is Bowling Green, right?
Yes, sir.
Whether that be Bowling Green or that be the Warren County Sheriffs or that be the gray uniforms, they know what you look like. They know what you drive. They know where you live, and they know where you do. And do you think that they don't know when you get out?
They do. They definitely
absolutely know. And so then their little Timmy Martin radar goes up and goes, I'm gonna get him because you are that easy to get because you keep having a problem. So it'll benefit you not to come back to Warren County.
It will.
Right?
I agree with you 100%. Yeah.
All right.
I'm not.
All right. Sit tight where you're at. We're gonna go talk about your case. Come back and give you a decision here in a second. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Recording stopped.
I know this is what kind of hurts me, you know what I mean? Because I've been out on parole so many times, but
What the wood? To start, here we go. Can you guys figure out what state we're on?
The other day, we're all going to be on the no alcohol thing, right?
Okay, I'll put that.
Yeah.
Recording in progress.
Can you see and hear me again, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. I don't know. I'm a slow learner, I guess. But I'm going to give you another opportunity. All right. I got to tell you come back, and I'm sure you've heard this before. If I'm on this board, Mr. Martin, and you come back, you will serve out the rest of your time. I will not agree to an 8th parole for you. Okay?
Yes,
I won't do it. I'm not going to give you any more chances at that point. At that point, you'll serve the remainder. If I'm on the board. Now, there's 9 of us. You get 3 out of the 9. Who knows? But I'm telling you, you've had so many chances. It's crazy, and you can't take advantage of them. If you mess up again, I'm going to serve you out. I'm promising you that. Right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. So this parole is a parole reinstate upon completion of SAP. You will not be allowed out until you complete SAP. All right? After you complete SAP, no contact with any of the victims. You have some theft things in there. Don't contact them, nothing like that. You must complete any programs deemed necessary by the Division of Probation Parole. Ms. Ingram, that also needed to be checked, please. No use of alcohol. And you have a restitution. Do you know that?
I didn't know that. My cousin was supposed to have paid it off $700.14.
This is $84.14. So he showed up a little short.
Okay. Okay.
So you owe $84. You owe $84.14. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. You owe that to Warren County. You're going to pay that $25 a month. So in 4 months, you'll have that paid off.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I'll need to correct that. Also, I'm going to order that you've been in and out, in and out, in and out. I'm going to order that you have a mental health assessment and follow any recommendations given to you by the mental health professional. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Martin, don't go out and tell everybody at Little Sandy that you got paroled or you're going to get extorted again before you get out, right?
Yeah.
All right? Yeah. You got 4 months. In those 4 months, if you get a disciplinary, that's going to come back to us, and I'm going to cancel the parole. If you don't finish SAP, that's going to come back to us. I'm going to cancel the parole.
I'm going to finish, and I ain't going to get no write-ups.
Okay. Stay out of Bowling Green, stay out of Warren County. That's a problem for you.
I know.
All right. Good luck, Mr. Martin.
All right. Thank you, man.
Good luck, man.
Yep. Thank you.
Recording stopped.
Yeah. Oh,
I updated the monthly payments.
Thank you so much. I looked at that and I was like,